I'm Howard Rodman. This is Trailers from Hell, and our movie for today is Freud, or The Secret Passion, directed by John Huston, starring Montgomery Clift. Hollywood has long had a tradition of trying to get great artists and turn their talents to the screen. When Samuel Goldwyn met Sergei Eisenstein, he said, "Do you think you could do something for us like Potemkin, only for Ronald Colman on a smaller budget?" Goldwyn also entered into a correspondence with George Bernard Shaw, who he wanted to write a series of films about great romantic stories through the ages. And the correspondence broke down because, as Shaw said, "You, sir, are only interested in art, and me in money." Similarly, in 1961, when John Huston wanted to make a movie about Freud, he went to Jean-Paul Sartre, the existentialist philosopher, to get a screenplay. Sartre was anti-Freudian, anti-psychoanalytic, but was certainly a superstar in the life of the mind, and despite the fact that he was a 4'10" wall-eyed amphetamine addict, seemed the perfect person to write this screenplay. He did a screenplay which has later come to light as the Freud screenplay, but it was completely tossed out, and then John Huston went to work and made this movie. It stars Montgomery Clift as the tortured Dr. Sigmund Freud, and this was a movie that Clift made after he'd worked with Huston in The Misfits, just after Judgment at Nuremberg. It's his penultimate film. The last film he made, The Defector, would prove to be the final one of his short and very sad life. And all of the angst and anguish of Clift's life really animates the character of Freud, where you get a sense of a physician who deeply, deeply needs to heal himself. The female interest in it is played by the marvelous Susanna York. It was going to be Marilyn Monroe, who had worked with Huston and Clift in The Misfits, but Susanna York is a more than adequate presence in this film. And the Oedipus complex, the character Karl von Schlossen, who really loves his mom, is played by David McCallum, who you may remember from The Man from U.N.C.L.E. It's a bunch of really inspiredly neurotic actors in a screenplay which is designed to tell you that Freud was so messed up that the only way he could heal himself was to understand what lurks beneath the conscious mind.